Hi, it's Richard at Richard's Guitars. Excuse me. End of a long day, and I'm hoping I got rid of that focus issue. That better work now. Yeah, in my lounge at home. So something that's on my mind is, and I know it's not something. If you saw one of the videos that I did before about illusory truth, which was about getting people to think in a certain way and think about certain things as a truth. But also, we live in a society where we are also certain truths are hidden and realities are hidden because they're not convenient to be aware of. So for example, it's not very nice knowing that in order for me to use this phone that I'm holding in my hand, that possibly some child died in a tin mine. Because, if we were to research it, we'd see that is the case, that there are children dying, there are people being particularly poorly looked after, human welfare standards are absolutely abysmal in the sourcing of minerals or tin that's needed for the chips that go into these phones and computers and things. So you could extend that to animal welfare for food that we eat, and we're kind of desensitized to the kind of realities to how we get our food, because we might not eat so much of it if we didn't, if we knew. And then in the guitar industry, we've got the human welfare of people building guitars, and it's come to my attention that it's quite prevalent in terms of in the guitar industry of major human welfare issues, which I'm going to try and dig deeper into. It's a topic that I find interesting and disturbing, and something that I want to be conscious of and have a clear conscience in terms of how I what I sell, and so not just in terms of woods that are supplied, but the people who are making these things. So I've seen excuse me, I've seen photographs of factories that are producing branded products that are in the high street, where you have got workers who are suffering carcinogenic. They have carcinogenic fumes that they're sucking in every day. They're using tooling machines without protective measures. People are, basically being endangered through the production of guitars. And in this world of seeking ever cheaper products, and we all want to get something on a good deal, if you see a £50 guitar for sale, think about how that guitar got produced. We, I sell Eastman guitars, and the skill and the expertise that goes into those guitars is extraordinary. And I'm, I haven't for a minute ever presumed that there is a welfare issue in the production of those guitars. But if I thought there was, I would tell you. But the cheapest guitar they sell, for example, is £300, and that's a Chinese-made guitar. And you have to presume that the reason the cheapest guitar they can produce is £300 is because it's just not feasible to produce something any cheaper than that. So, and actually, the cost of putting laminates and solids woods, it's not massive. So, how do you get a guitar produced for £50? How do you make it and export it, and somebody make money out of the production of it? I mean, it's just beyond me. It's just not possible. But there are guitars that are being sold in the market that are £400, £500, £600, £800 that are being sourced and produced in basically sweatshop environments. And I'm not here to, get myself into a lot of trouble naming names. And some people would say, well, you should do if you know who they are. but what my focus is to make sure that I'm not involved, and that's so that's something that, and let's face it, Eastman, Firsch, Lakewood, Gordon Smith, Auden, and that gets me onto Auden now. Auden guitars. This is a key part of this conversation, I suppose. Auden guitars have a team of 8, I believe it's 8 builders that hand build their guitars in China. The quality of the woods is unbelievable. They on my website, the main couple that I sell, well, there's 2 or 3 that are big sellers. So I say big sellers now, in demand. So you've got the Chester, which is like a dreadnought body with a sort of a smaller lower bout, so it feels really comfortable to play. So the Chester model by Auden, they do what they call the Neo series, which is 799, and that is absolutely beautiful. I don't want to talk this into a sales pitch, but I'm kind of saying that I love the fact that the product is handmade. I've seen photographs of the workshop. I've seen evidence of the machinery used, and I know absolutely unequivocally the people are treated exactly as they are in the UK workshop, because the UK workshop is Gordon Smith, so and Doug runs both of those workshops. So I would just say, one thing I can say is, if you want an ethically sourced, ethically produced acoustic guitar, Auden guitars are it. So that's a really, you could look at this cynically and say it's a sales pitch, but I don't really give a damn what you think, because I know the reality of what I'm doing, and I'm proud of it, and I'm proud of Doug for what he's doing and his ethics and the quality of what he's producing. And I think you do care, and I think some people, you might not, but you, I think, do. So there'll be some of you out there that don't care, and some that do, and just like some of you hate my videos, and some of you like them. Some of you don't like me, and some of you do. So this is the world we live in, isn't it? And I'm just here to cater for the people that are like-minded. So have a think about it. Have a think about where your guitars are made, whether you've ever thought about how they were made, and who made them, and what could have been the outcome. I mean, imagine if you ever bought a guitar that you thought somebody had their hand chopped off because the lathe didn't have a guard on it. There we go. That's my thought for the evening. Okay, bye.